Scrimmage today, very important. Very important that we take that next step in terms of communication, alignment and assignment, and detail and execution has got to be a really big focal point of today. We've really got to demand more effort from our guys. We still think we have a little bit more gas in the tank, and we can expend ourselves more to become, everybody wants to be a dangerous football team, and that's easy to say, but harder to do. We've got to train that today. Train that mentality, demand it of our players, and they have to demand it of themselves. So that's the expectation. It's been clearly set for them. So we expect a really physical and hard-nosed scrimmage today.
What's your planning phase look like over the next week as you head toward the spring game?
We're going to continue practicing. We're going to stay on a course and probably finish some more situational football, particularly short yardage goal line, tight red zone and 2 minute. Going to spend some time on that. We're going to jump into 2 to 3 conference opponents and dedicate a couple of periods of practice to conference opponents as well, to get a head start on that. 10 to 15 minutes a day, anywhere between 20 and 25 plays. And then prepare to split up the teams and go play a spring football game. Now, we don't know exactly how we're going to do it just because we're low on bodies. Anyone willing to suit up and here, you're more than welcome. I think it'd make a great story for the media. So we'll take applications following this process today. No takers?
No.
Nobody?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
My 8-year-old
Make a great story. Make a great story.
Today, what's the format going to be?
We are going to warm up. We're going to do our turnover circuit, our tackling circuit. We'll go 8 minutes of indie. We'll go probably 7 minutes of 1-on-1, 5-on-4 pass rush, 7-on-7 run game, and then do about 8 to 12 plays of 7-on-7 in the passing game and some one-on-ones with the offensive line, the defensive line. Total of about 22, 25 minutes, and then we're putting the ball down and playing football. We're going to play football for a long time today and find out who can block, who can tackle, who can throw, who can run, who can catch. And we're going to amp up schematically what we did as it relates to last scrimmage. So we're going to challenge our guys today mentally to get lined up and execute a couple things that are a little bit more difficult.
As you were building your staff, say with Bobby that you wanted more of a full-time special teams coach than maybe you guys had last year, where it seemed like you were dividing Raymond's duties up a little more. I mean, is Bobby all special teams and it's kind of all under his?
We and I should have mentioned that before, extensive special teams today. For example, last week, whenever we ended a series, we ran maybe first punt out there against a scout team and kicked it away, and then started the next series with a kickoff return. We'll double up on that. So once we end the series, we'll punt twice, or we'll have our punt return out there twice. We'll kick off, twice. Try to double up on our reps and make sure our 2s and 3s are getting an equal amount of reps. We have to develop and find more special teams players because you know how the season goes. If your starters are getting every single rep on offense and defense, and then they have to take every special teams rep, it could be exhausting and taxing. It could hurt you down the line. So we're going to make sure that we find more guys that can contribute on special teams.
You have a lot of guys banged up heading into the final week?
I would say banged up. I wouldn't say injured, but a little bit banged up. It has been a physical spring. We're very mindful of that. We only tackle really 3 times, but we thud up, and we thud up the way you should thud up. I mean, full body thudded up, knock somebody back, and we've gotten tremendous dividends from that. So, but again, since we are limited in the number of guys we have out here, it does take its toll a little bit on our guys, but they're recovering fine.
But Bobby is then kind of when you brought him in, it's the idea that the special teams is kind of his.
Well, he's a special teams coordinator, so it is his baby,
yeah.
Okay? And he has an analyst, in Norris, and he runs everything. But we do use every single assistant coach to help on special teams because it's too many bodies to coach by yourself. So you guys aren't out there during the kickoff return and whatnot. Every coach is assigned to a different phase. The double team, the wedge, the kickout block, right? The off returner. Everybody has something. Everybody's assigned to it. So when we go to a phase, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 to 8 coaches coaching that particular phase. We've gotten a lot out of that, and that was a process that we've always known and had done before our arrival here, and we feel strongly about it. So we're gonna really push that hard to keep doing it.
What do you think of the NCAA's new kickoff rule?
Got to look into it more. Quite frankly, with the amount of things that are going on right now with recruiting and football and spring football, I should say, and whatnot, and making sure our guys are taking care of their academic stuff, it's something we'll really look into and study, through and through to make sure that as we head into conference meetings, we know exactly what the points of discussion are. And I know there's several of them. It's important. Safety first, always. We got to make sure that we are on par and up to date on exactly what about what the definition of the new rules are.
What was your sales pitch to Bobby to get him out here? At almost 60 years old.
He doesn't look 60, does he? And all that Nike gear, he looks like a young teenager running around out there, We were messing with him because we were so, hard line over in Tuscaloosa. And we have special teams the other day. He's got a little microphone. They're looking like Madonna on stage, you know. So we made sure we snapped a picture of him and sent it back home to mess with him. Bobby is a longtime friend and one of the most respected professionals in the business. And I think he saw what we all saw when we came out here. It's opportunity at one of the premier, if not the premier place in the country that we all believe in. And we believe in each other as people too, so that always plays a huge factor in it as well. You'll love his family when you meet them all. They are good people now, okay? And we can cook down south a little bit too, so be ready for that.
Coach, limited penalties last year. This year, is your team learning the discipline they need to? Are you seeing that?
We did cut them down the first scrimmage as opposed to last year's first scrimmage by almost half. We did see some other ones on tape that probably could have been called, so it's definitely not good enough. There is a conscious effort. You see guys understanding the difference in, I could get a kill shot right here. I'm sorry, you get a great blindside shot right here that would look good on tape, but it's not necessarily a smart thing to do because you could go head to head. Or you could create a bad angle and clip somebody. Or you're running a cut off the back side and you can't get there, you reach out and you grab somebody and hold them. We saw better decisions in terms of that. We did. And we saw improvement in the pre-snap penalties, the unforced errors. We still had two alignment issues which are inexcusable, can never line up incorrectly. But aside from that, we definitely see improvement.
How are those correctable in practice? Is that something that you focus on before or during practice?
Without a doubt. I think the walkthrough, the film session, the individual meetings with players go a long, long way. And we try to keep that progression teaching in place where we show it on film, we walk through it. When we go to practice, we review it again in our unit and teach period. So by the time they run it, it's the fourth time they run it. The very bare minimum number of times they've run it before they've gotten there is 3. We double up sometimes, they get there on their 6th, 7th rep. So 20 reps, we'll get it. You know, we'll get it in there.
Any update on Jalen?
No update so far. Okay, he's still at home taking care of some stuff. But as soon as we do get an update, I will get that to you.
Even though they're on opposite sides of the ball, how's the relationship between Travis and Troy Dye?
On the field or off the field?
Both.
I haven't seen Troy slow down in hitting him, and I haven't seen Travis slow down to try to get tackled. So I think they stay competitive. It's in their DNA. It's how they were raised to be. Off the field, I got to take a deeper dive into that. I like to see who keeps a neater room. I'm betting Travis. But what can you say? It's I played with my brother in college together, so I know what a special thing that is. And to have them both here and at the level of talent and the level of player that Troy has been, that Travis is going to be, that's exciting times for us now.
With the NFL draft upcoming, there's a lot of talk about the deterioration of O-line play given limited hours in college. What is your take on that as a line guy yourself?
I think that that's still on a coach to make sure that he develops his players to not only be productive and successful at the college level, but at the NFL level. And then by that I mean concept teaching, okay? Legitimately explaining and understanding what, how, and why things are done. For example, offensive tackles. Offensive tackles can't zero in on coming up to the line of scrimmage and saying, I'm blocking that guy. They got to understand what he's doing. They got to understand the structure of the defense, how the safety rotation can affect that, how he can change the protection to help the quarterback not get hit from the blind side. And that's on us. And that's something that myself and our staff, Coach Mirabal, Coach Whittle, we take great pride in. That's my passion in football. Football is a passion, but O-line play and the intricacies that go with that and all the fun stuff that goes with that, the nuts and bolts. I know it's boring to you guys. You like watching that ball fly and the guy catch it. I love that stuff. Live and die for that, okay? So while you all watch the Super Bowl and you're watching Brady launch those passes, I'm watching those guys up front work. And we learn a lot from that, and certainly we get a lot of mileage out of our guys because they are sponges. And we have high IQ football guys. They love to learn. They love to try new things, and we're blessed to have them. That's a long answer, I know, but you know what I mean.
Is it a double coffee day for you?
Double? I don't know. This the one that comes out of the machine is more industrial. I had the stuff sent back home to me from Mom. That stuff's got a little more kick, which you guys are more than welcome to have some next week. Okay, I'll bring some extra. Good?
Good, Coach.
Okay, guys, have a good one.